Welcome back to another episode of my Drunk Uncle's podcast. This next guest is so good of a guest, I didn't even have to have a fucking co-host. This next guest of mine, she's absolutely killing it everywhere. She's all over OnlyFans. We've been doing comedy skits together. She's basically like the Joan Rivers of our age. I don't know why I said that. I fucking hate Joan Rivers.
It's all the plastic surgery.
Well, okay, relax. Y'all give it up for my girl, Rae Rockhold. How you feeling,
What's up,
baby girl?
guys? I'm feeling fucking great. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, dude, this is your first podcast.
This is my first podcast ever.
Popping your podcast area.
All right.
All right. Sorry, I'm actually gay. Yeah, so we met. Gary called me. Gary, how'd you and Gary meet?
Through Ivy Wren.
Oh, Ivy Wren? Yeah. Okay.
She was like, I know this amazing guy. You're going to love him. He does he knows everybody.
Yeah,
That's
he does.
exactly who I needed to be connected with because
Yeah.
I want to know everybody. And I didn't know he was friends with you. I saw you do stand-up.
When?
We went to like a strip club comedy thing.
Oh, the punchlines at the
And
pole?
you were one of the only comics that actually made us laugh. That
Yeah, I
night.
literally did that this last Saturday at the new place, and
Really?
it's fucking...
Dude, some of the girls,
Dude,
they're good.
Dude, but I tell you what, because the one, y'all saw it at Sunset.
Yeah.
Okay, so at Sunset, the pole is locked into the top.
Yeah.
Okay? So there's two poles on stage at the parish, okay? And they're not connected to anything up top. Some of them girls, hey, they're a little on the heavier side, and I'm just, being a guy that works, we got to have safety,
No.
So I get on stage, and the first thing I do is I grab the pole, and I'm like, let me take a look. And dude, the bottom wasn't even bracketed down. I completely got it and moved it off the ground. And I go, dude, this needs another bracket or OSHA's going to shut this shit down.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, dude, that's not, but yeah, no, them girls, that's an art.
It's an art. Some of the girls, okay, so when we first went there, we didn't know that the amateurs went first. So we were pissed because it's like you have to like kind of close your eyes and try not to look because but the better ones were at the end.
Yeah, and there you throw. It's an art.
They were good.
Because I don't know, they're all nighttime ballerinas or whatever they are. But like the ones I know, they're not good on that pole. They'll take you in the back room for $600 and tell you about their nursing degree while they almost give you a hand job.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's cool seeing, hey, there's actually an art to this.
Yeah.
You're not just conning somebody out of $600. But yeah, dude. So you meet Gary, we do the you're doing the skits up. You're more the OnlyFans. How'd you get your big blow up start? Because you got a massive.
Okay, so I started on TikTok in like 2020 when COVID was going on. I met this guy who was like just such a fucking loser. I let him crash at my place because he didn't have a place to stay, and his dream was to be an influencer. And I was like, I'm down to like do this. It's fun. I did theater growing up, love theater. So I helped him do some skits. Very first skit we did hit 37 million views overnight, like in less than 24 hours. So he was like, please, let's make content
And that
together.
was all because you, probably.
No, he was funny.
He's
an asshole, but he's funny. He is funny. And so we focused on like his TikTok for a while, just doing skits there. And then after like a year, I created my own and immediately gained like 1 or 2 million followers because they were so familiar with my face already.
You got a likable face.
It's gorgeous.
Face for podcasting, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So we did that, and then I broke up with him like a year later. And I had always been thinking about doing OnlyFans, and then I started dating Sean, and he was like
young man off camera,
very
right here.
handsome guy over
Tall.
there, tall,
Not a day over 57
gorgeous,
and a half.
Greek
What a guy,
god.
yeah.
I keep him really private because I know women are going to be sliding all up in his DMs. But he was like, "Why don't we just give OnlyFans a shot?" And I started, dude. When I tell you my OnlyFans content. What we would do at the beginning is I'd be like, I'm releasing a blowjob tape. And it literally would just be, all you would see was my head.
You wouldn't even see the sucking.
You wouldn't see anything, and you would just hear me be like, and people were paying for it like crazy. We made
nuts.
We made $200,000 our first month on OnlyFans.
That's retarded.
Yeah,
what?
It was crazy. It was crazy. And we still do like really well. We like gross close to like $1 million a year we could definitely do much more. Like it's my goal to really focus 2025 and get it closer to like 5 million. But it does get exhausting,
Yeah, it's kind of.
It gets exhausting. People
Especially
don't.
if you're working with like an agency or something, and they're like constantly, "Hey, we need more content. We need more content." I know I was with
Well,
creators.
we have our own right now.
Oh, y'all have your own.
We have our
plug
own.
that real quick.
Yeah. We have identities.
Yeah, dude.
Identities.
Yeah.
However you want to say it.
IDT. What's up, baby? You know what I'm saying?
And basically I was with an agency. They were making me $30,000 a month, which wasn't bad, assuming we weren't doing anything. Like
Yeah,
I wasn't
that's
producing
that's
anything.
crazy.
But then once we took over, we immediately skyrocketed back to $80,000 a month, which was great. And that's where we are now. And we just know the industry inside and out. Collabing and marketing is so important.
Yeah, no,
You know?
it's a pinnacle. It
Yeah.
ain't just posting a photo or a picture.
No.
And people, you got to put it out there. And the skit thing with the
Yeah,
reels.
skits,
Because,
yeah.
like, dude, the one thing I think, like, your approach to it, at least is what I'm comprehending is you have, like, that girl next door kind of thing, right? Because you didn't strip prior to that. You didn't do porn
Right.
prior to that. You just got a little following on the TikTok and use that. You know, because you're a pretty girl and shit, so you use that to your avail.
Yeah.
And dude, that's fucking money, dude.
Yeah.
That's so money.
Yeah, it's been incredible. Like, it has changed my life. Prior to that, like, I was making, like $60,000 a year or something.
Now you're doing that in a month.
God, yeah. It's crazy because people talk about, like, OnlyFans in such a negative connotation sometimes, but I'm so grateful, and it has changed my life.
Fuck
like,
yeah, dude.
You cannot overstate financial freedom and what that does to your mental state. Just like waking up and knowing like anything, I'm gonna be okay.
I'm good.
Yeah,
And
helping your
creative
family
freedom,
and
like you said.
friends. Yeah.
Yeah. Going on a vacation, paying for everybody's shit.
It's
I know
so
what you're talking about now.
nice. Like, there's no greater feeling than like treating your friends and family, like my little sisters and stuff. Like, I've been able to like really help them. And God, it's just so great. Like, I love it. It feels so good. It feels better to give than to receive,
Usually we don't get this gay on a podcast, but I like it. It's a heartfelt shit. No, I love it. Yeah, because usually we'll have OnlyFans chicks on, but they're retards. They're retards. But you're like, sensible, nice, sweet. Dad, goddamn, hell yeah. Plug your shit real quick so you know.
Yeah, follow me, Rae Rockhold everywhere. RaeRockhold. I have the fucking coolest name.
Okay.
Yeah, I post TikTok, have 3.8 million followers there,
Flex.
but I mean, it's been fucking flagging me, those motherfuckers.
The first video I ever posted, I got 8.6 million views overnight.
Really?
And 50,000 followers like that. And
Really?
it was a boy I played baseball with from back home. I just had a private Facebook and Snapchat. I was working oil field, and he's like, yo, send me these videos. I'm going to make you TikTok. And I'm like, all right. And I remember I got off work, and I went for a run, and I'm jogging. And I had my blood vessel was popped in my eye because I was all geetered out on cocaine. I was wrestling my buddy because that's what you do.
I've never done coke my whole life.
You got the nose for it. I'll give you that. You got what they call a very, hey, that bag's mine kind of
I'm
nose.
Norwegian.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. But I'm like walking and I go, yo, when Miley Cyrus said everybody in line for the bathroom trying to do lines in the bathroom, I was like, I felt that because I'm a drug addict. And I said, but I told my mom I'm quitting. It's summer, so it's early. We'll see. And I thought it was stupid as shit. But I sent it to him. I went to bed and I woke up in the morning. He'd been texting me all night. I went to sleep. I got up at 5:30. He's like, dude, he's like, you're at 8 million views and you have 50,000 followers like that.
Wow.
So everything I would post would get 500,000 views. Dude, now that when I post on it, I'm lucky to get 5,000.
Dude, I
It's
used
so
to get
retarded.
5 to 10 million views. My living entirely came from TikTok. Like, I was making 10 to 15 grand a month. And now it's like I get 5,000 views, and it's like, I started on there. Yeah, and are you not going to honor the creators that started on this app? I worked 8 hours a day building my following. It was
That's
a
dope,
fucking
dude.
grind.
You do have a lot of drive. I'll give you that. Because I didn't know you
Dude.
from Adam when I met you the other
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
But and usually when I go to these fucking things, Gary invites me to, I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, let's go hang out with this retarded bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm nice, everybody, but I'm just like,
Who are you thinking of specifically?
Well,
No, I'm just kidding.
But
We know.
But when I got there, you had skits written out. Like you were ready to do, and Gary didn't want to do the gay shit, which I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Gary's, I ain't got a Netflix, dude. Go chase fires and fuck. We hate you, Gary.
Okay, but if you look at Gary's Instagram, the first
you wouldn't
video
even,
the first video he has posted is something gay.
yeah, exactly.
Gary.
Gary, quit being a fucking. You know, God takes in the ass, dude. Stop doing that. Hell yeah. Thank you for listening to Drunk Uncle's Podcast. We want to give a big shout out to our sponsors, Blue Chew. I'm a fan of the product myself. Use it, quite frankly, a lot. And right now, Blue Chew is running a special for all the My Drunk Uncle Podcast listeners. Right now, if you go to bluechew.com, okay, you fill out the little questionnaire, little medical questionnaire. It's all discreet. It's online. They're going to send you a free month subscription to Blue Chew, just right to your door. It's all discreet packaging. Your neighbors won't even know you're on it. And, yeah, it's a big shout out to Blue Chew. BlueChew.com. You don't have to put a promo code in. They're just signing, just when they ask you at the bottom who you sign up with, just say Uncle Lazer sent me here. But yeah, they're going to give you a free month subscription. They're putting their money where their mouth is so you can be you when you're not feeling like you. Blue Chew. Tap in now. But let's get into it. We've been gay. We got it out the way.
All right.
Let's get into the hard-hitting journalism. This segment's called What Have You Done? We just made that up. But, all right, we were talking on the phone because you've never done a podcast. And I'm like, this is kind of what my podcast is. You told me a story. Yeah.
I have a few good ones.
All right, well, give me that weird story with you and that boy having sex.
Can I tell you the whole story?
Please.
All right, let me tell you the whole fucking story.
Come on.
So, first of all, he was stunning. I met him on like a dating app. I was hungry before heading over to his place. So this is in Venice. Anybody that's from LA, I went to Cafe Gratitude. This dude's vegan. If you know Cafe Gratitude, it's about like $30 for like one fucking burrito or something. Whoa. I'm not like wealthy at the time. I was like a waitress, you know? So I was like, you want me to pick you up some food? Sure. Tell me why this bitch sends me a list of food he wants from this place. I'm like, all right, thinking he's going to pay me back.
He must have been pretty.
He was. But no, I was thinking he was going to pay me back when I got to his place, you know? So I get it. It's like $237. I get to his house. Tell me why he walks out in crutches. Didn't tell me that he was injured. He walks out and he like hurt himself or something. Okay. But didn't disclose that. Like we had been talking for like a week, you know, like FaceTiming, chatting. I really liked him and stuff. He seemed really cool. I was like, all right, walk into his apartment. Smells so bad, like cat piss. And so I go, oh, do you have cats? No. So you just... What?
How good did this boy look? Did he stay there after cat piss?
You guys can look him up. His name's Art. I will just throw it out there.
Powerful name.
So I go inside his apartment and stuff. We talk and everything. We end up having sex. I was really dumb. First time meeting him. What? Yeah. I was a whore with a capital W.
Yeah.
No, I was in college living my life, honestly. I had a great time. But he came inside of me. And then I'm laying there and he sticks his fingers inside of me and I'm like, oh, ready for round? No. He pulls his cum out of me and puts it on his face. And he tells me that's why he has such great skin. He did have really good skin. But that was crazy.
This isn't scientific facts. We don't.
It was just wild. So I'm like thrown off. But hey, to each their own. You know, who am I to judge?
Well,
right?
Well.
So that's not the worst. That's not. No. This was the last time. So as I'm laying there, he's like, he's like, I'm vegan. Would you ever consider going vegan? Because I would really love it if you could wear a Diva cup and save your blood for me so I could drink it, but I only want to drink it if you're on a vegan diet.
Hey, you hearing this over here? Thank God for you. You saved her. Oh my God.
Isn't that crazy? That's crazy. Like, I was just so disgusted.
You had to be vegan, though. That's the craziest part about it.
I had to be vegan. Yeah.
Because you can taste the meat in someone's period blood?
Dude. Like, it's so gross. I can't even believe that happened to me. Some people in LA are really fucking weird, man.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. That ain't just an LA thing, okay? I met a girl off the Christian Mingle, okay, down here in Austin.
Christian Mingle?
Well, because I'm banned on the other ones, right? And I'm like, I need a little structure. I need a little structure because I know what this haircut attracts. Mental health issues, daddy issues, substance abuse. So I'm like, I need a girl with foundation. Get mad at me, so I can't do cocaine in the morning until 7:30 in the garage trying to build a go-kart. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So I meet this young lady, and we go on a date, and she's who she says she is. This is great. And then when she gets there, though, she has hair under her underarms. And I'm like, well, she probably got hair on her pussy. you know. But
Are you not into that?
I got hair on my pussy, but we gotta let one another know, because if not, we're gonna get stuck together like dogs in heat. My mama gonna have to hit us with
You
water
could
hose.
always use it as like a bonding experience and braid your pussy hairs
Well, this
together.
ain't Avatar. I'm not James Cameron. Okay, we're not connecting with tails.
You're
okay?
quick with it.
Yeah, but she paid for dinner, you know, and
She paid for dinner?
well, she insisted.
All right.
You know, and look, in the Bible, it says cleanliness is next to godliness.
All right.
So this bitch is a demon. Okay, she's a demon. Gotta be.
Was
right?
she not clean?
Well, when we get there, we get to her house, and I'll never forget, we walk into her house. She's a fuck ton of plants throughout her entire, like, I swear to God, it was a jungle. It was a rainforest cafe.
Okay.
When I walked in, I swear to God, Robin Williams jumped out and said, roll the dice again, get us out of Jumanji. We're in trouble. We're in trouble.
Okay.
But they look great, and I was like, Claire, how you get your plants? And I swear to God, it's a true story. It's a joke I do on stage, but this is a true story.
All right.
Like, I was like, how do your plants, you take them outside? Like, what? And she's
Yeah,
like,
how do you grow 'em?
well, she's like, yo, like, no. She's like, you see that mop bucket in the kitchen? I said, yes, ma'am.
Stop.
She goes,
Stop it.
well, me and my roommates are on our Diva Cups. We
Stop
free
it.
bleed into them, and then we dump it in water and mix it with water with the period blood, and we spray the plants, and it helps them grow. And I'm just like, hell yeah. You
I
know,
wouldn't
'cause-
want to be in that room on the off chance. Like, you know how they say when you flush the toilet, like the bacteria? I would just think that the whole time I wouldn't want to cough or breathe in too deep. That's terrible.
Yeah, well, then I end up taking Molly with her, and I shit myself in her bed the next day. But yeah, dude. But to be honest, there is validity in that with the period blood shit.
Really?
With the plants, at least, because I put that reel out and said that little thing on Instagram, and this woman DM'd me, and she goes, well, baby, there's truth to that, and I said, stop it. I said, listen, Casey Anthony, that's not a real thing.
Dude, you can find truth to anything you
No,
want to believe if you search
No,
hard enough.
but she's like, did you ever kill deer growing up? I said, of course. She said, y'all have like a tree that y'all would clean the deer under, where you would gut them and you'd fucking skin the deer out? And I said, yeah. She goes, go out there. It's behind my mama's house. She's like, go out there and tell me the grass underneath where you clean the deer is more greener than the other grass.
Wow.
And it was. 'Cause
Really?
there's nitrous oxide in blood.
Wow.
And it makes plants grow. But you could just
Wow.
water them too.
You could, like a good soil, something that doesn't
good
make
soil.
you weird.
Yeah, it's weird. So people do weird shit. I don't know.
People do really
But
weird
it
shit.
didn't have to be vegan.
It's a
That was a
plus.
personal choice
Yeah, so
on
did
this.
you eat meat and that's why you shit in her bed in the morning?
No, we ate Molly.
Oh, and that's what caused you to shit in her
Yeah,
bed
like
in the morning?
yeah, like
Was it liquid? What?
it was like a little pinkish brown crystal.
Okay.
And I'd taken ecstasy up until that point. I'd never done pure MDMA.
No, I'm talking about your shit in the morning. Was it liquid?
Oh no, it was. You ever seen like soft serve ice cream at the Golden Corral?
Nice.
Or like Chinese buffet?
Were you a
Yeah,
gentleman? Did you clean it up after?
I tried.
Okay.
But she didn't believe in towels because she's got hair in her pussy. And I had to paper mache these two makeup wipes that were in the trash can together. And about 20 minutes in, I'm like, I'm never going to get this. And I pushed it to her side of the bed, and I jumped out the window, and I never saw her again.
Oh.
But then she called me a couple weeks later, and she's like, hey, Lazer, this is Claire. I want to address the shitty situation from the other day.
Yeah.
And I was like, look, I've been expecting your call. Yeah. But she's like, look, first and foremost, I use all the shit for fertilizer for my plants. I said, of course you did. That's neat. She said, sometimes when I take ecstasy, I defecate myself in my sleep, so she thinks she shot herself.
It's so interesting that that would happen to you. And when I would first start dating people, I would either go home or go to a local Target to poop. Because I did not want to poop on a first date in their house or third date or whatever.
That makes you a great woman. Now it all makes sense now why you're so driven and stuff. Dude, yeah. And my I have Crohn's, so I shit 16 times a day.
no.
It's from doing cocaine with my mom when we were younger. She made me eat it. And
Lazer.
so you can breathe in the morning.
Just casually putting out trauma.
Yeah, dude. We played backgammon all night. She taught me how to sew. It was a great time.
Damn.
But
See, my mom did heroin, but she never was want to whiff.
yeah, you're pretty good at this podcasting thing, dude.
Thanks. My dad actually served 17 and a half years for driving a shit ton of meth over the Mexico-Texan border.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got caught.
Fucking yeah, dude. So you're from LA originally?
I'm from LA, born
Yeah?
and raised. I was born in Harbor City. I grew up in foster care, so I've been all around. I've moved.
Really?
This is going to be my 60th move that we're about to do right now.
Holy shit,
Yeah,
dude.
it's crazy. But I lived in San Diego for a little bit, went to high school there, but yeah, all over. And then I went to UCLA, so I was in like the Westwood, Brentwood area over there.
You graduated from college?
Yeah, I graduated from UCLA.
What degree?
Sociocultural anthropology.
Yeah, I can't do
It's just
anything
a
with
really
that.
big name for saying No, it just basically means this degree is like to show to people. I'm not going to make any money off.
Yeah,
it,
so it's an
ever.
art degree.
It's like an art degree.
Yeah, it's an art degree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah.
So you get into the TikTok, right? You start doing the OnlyFans, and you started with him.
We started doing OnlyFans together.
And he was just like, "Yo, we should probably," and you capitalize, and now you're making a killing.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, with it, but y'all don't do. But you're not in like just full on porn. You just do.
No, we do full on porn now. Yeah.
With together.
Yeah, we have fucked some of the biggest porn stars in the world. Melissa Stratton, Angel Youngs. I did a collab with Gabby Carter.
God damn it.
Everyone thinks.
I'm never envious or jealous of anybody in my life.
No, everyone
I
thinks
got it
that.
all figured out.
Yeah. No.
But the little touch of gray on the beard, now it all makes sense, motherfucker. God damn it.
Everyone thinks that he just must be so lucky, but it really is, especially when you're working with the professionals.
Yeah, dude.
Well, like we have a really funny story. We were filming with Angel Youngs, and I love that bitch. She's so great. A lot of the women in the industry are some of the best people I've ever met.
I'll be honest with you.
Super down to earth.
I'm so glad you said that.
Right?
I'm friends with a lot of strippers. Now, there's the ones that are like drug addicts, whatever. But like the girls that are in it and know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
Some of the nicest, driven, most humble people I've ever met in my entire life.
Angel's super humble, super cool, and she's a hustler. Like, we reached out to her, hey, you want to collab? She was on it within a week. We all got tested. She came over, and what was funny, though, is we were both giving him, like, a blowjob or something, and he got soft. And she was like, oh, like, I'm the girlfriend, right? So she's like, oh, do you want to just, like, take over this and get him hard again? And I was like, sure. And she was like, okay. And he's sitting there.
Stars professional.
She was just like, this is work for me, you know? And he's just sitting there. I can see the sweat be down his face. And he's just like, okay. And I'm like trying to like deep throat a flaccid dick. It's like nothing's happening. Finally, I got him hard again, you know? But her sitting there on his phone.
Were you nervous or what? Or what was happening?
It's not that I was nervous. It's that you're constantly changing. We don't have like a camera crew or something. It's us setting up tripods and doing all kind of stuff. So every time we change positions or do something else,
You got to get, okay.
I got to get up, change at least 2 or 3 different cameras, and then also I'm either holding one on my neck on like a POV device.
Oh, dude, you're fucking.
Or holding one in
champ.
my hand or whatever else. You know, it's like my dick gets soft and hard.
So let me ask you.
Times in one scene,
then let me take you through this. Let me ask you this. So, do you do like the Cialis route and anything like that, or no?
I do TRT.
Okay.
And I eat like a high protein diet. It's definitely not something like I struggle with or anything.
It's just you're busy. You're fucking
yeah. It's
busy.
like I can't like.
You sure you don't want one of these, dude?
Nah.
I can't keep an erection whenever other people are have a bunch of other tasks to do.
Yeah. Okay.
You know.
It's
porn stars,
hard.
you talk to like professional male porn stars, they're like, "Oh, you got to take a shot in your dick and all this stuff." And I'm like,
okay, that's a little much.
No.
No, to stay hard, that is what they're doing.
Yeah, they're
hard.
like shooting stuff in their
It is hard
dicks.
because I did the only real like actual Giorgio film with CJ and him in Vegas. Madison Morgan, she's a famous porn star. She was Sonny's friend. She came over and we did blowjob trivia. So they start blowing us and we answer American history trivia questions.
That's fucking great.
Yeah, so I'm a goddamn genius, turns out. So she's blowing me, he's blowing her. But you realize, you know, I didn't retain that much information from American history back in high school. You know what I'm saying? And like, but it's like back and
Would
forth.
they like stop if you got it wrong?
If you got it wrong, they quit. And with all them people and the lights and camera people, you instantly go soft.
Wait, there were people?
Well, we had like lighting guys and like we made the whole thing. I made a lot of money off that on OnlyFans. But like, but then like you start missing the questions and you're just like, oh shit, I'm a retard, you know. And then like you're in a race against. Finally, about 14 minutes in, bow. Because I'm decently smart, but they're asking science, math. I thought this was history, motherfucker.
It's also pressure. Like, you know the answer sometimes, but when you're under pressure, you're like,
you're getting blown? Yeah, dude. Turns out there's pressure.
Yeah. I can't even imagine.
Yeah, no, that was good. Yeah, but that's crazy, dude, with that fucking... The Cialis thing, I just didn't know. But yeah, if you're fucking doing it all handheld POV, I mean.
Yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot going on, but it's work, man. You know, it's like, if I didn't have to, if we weren't making so much money and I could just fuck my old lady and not fuck other bitches, I'd be happy.
Yeah, look at my man. Look at that goddamn good guy right there.
I mean, let's take a look at me. That's why.
Yeah, no, you're a smoke show. You are a smoke show, dude. But yeah, so, okay. All right, well, let's pivot. Let's get into something. What do you regret in life? What's your biggest regret?
My biggest regret? Ooh.
Let's get really gay again. I like the sexual gay.
You know, this might be a weird answer, but because of all the trauma that I've experienced, I've understood that everything in life is pretty finite. And so I live my life in a way where, like, even if I'm driving by something beautiful or I'm having an intimate moment with someone or a great conversation, I mentally make a note to, like, pocket that memory.
Yeah.
And, like, and just really cherish it. Yeah, live in it, cherish it. Like, my dad and I had kind of, I don't want to say a tumultuous relationship because he was a great person, but because he was addicted to meth and stuff, he really struggled with wanting to be present out of pride. Like, he was like, I love you so much, but you deserve someone better. And I reached out consistently, you know, and it was just, hey, I just want you to know I love you so much. And, like, I'm here when you want to talk. I kind of at a very early age understood my parents were just people and I didn't hold anything against them. Like, you owed me to be a better, like, I sorted through my own issues. And so it's hard to say if I really have. I'm sure I do. Maybe I'll think of something. I'm sure I do. But I've always been very intentional about, like, letting the people that I love know I love you so much, loving my animals deeply, and really just trying to, like, cherish and, like, just
Hold on to
enjoy.
that moment,
Yeah, when I'm in it.
What you
you know?
said right there, like, with your parents, like, my mom, she never, like, not went to work, right? But her and my daddy split when we was 9. So, and she fucked, my mom fucked all of Metallica, like even Cliff Burton. All right, my mom, how my mom and my dad got together, I'll never fucking understand. Because my dad is the nicest, greatest human being. I've seen him drunk. I can count on one hand. You know what I'm saying? But, like, when they divorced, my mom put me and my brother through some fuck shit that you probably shouldn't have to, as a kid, grow up and see. But that's trauma that made me wise.
Yeah.
But as you get older, you realize, oh, you were just a kid too.
Right.
You were just a kid with 2 baby boys. And you're still just trying to figure it the fuck out. Mm-hmm. So now, where I used to hate my mom and resent her, like, now I'm just like, oh, baby, you just going through life. Because I've been bent over the barrel from life before. Yeah. So when you're saying, like, yo, I don't, like, they were always present, always trying to be there, but they did some fucked up shit. But, like, it was like, oh, but y'all were just figuring it out, too.
My mom's the same way. Like, I grew up with her until I was about 12, and she was a prostitute, so I grew up with, like, having men in and out of the house. Both of my parents are some of the nicest people. Neither one of them were ever mean to me. People always ask, like, how did I come out normal? My mom might not have been able to hold a job or remember to buy food or something, but that woman fucking loved me. And if you look at, like, any studies that talk about, like, children growing up with, like, developmental issues, what have you, emotional issues, it's because they weren't, like, held enough under the age of 4. Something about that, like, that contact. My mom, like, was like, you were strapped to my chest 24/7, you know? She said she didn't have, like, that thing to, like, get my boogers out. It, like, grabs you, like,
the little
thing.
Little fucking, it looks like the shit you drop, the droplet.
Yeah.
She
was like, I would cover your mouth. She would cover my mouth and just my nose.
Baby bird that shit. Baby bird, that's disgusting.
But, you know,
but it's kind of hot at the same time, dude.
Like, they really, like, loved me and showed up the best that they could. I think maybe one of my regrets is, like, and if anybody has, like, a parent who's like this, my mom isn't mentally disabled, but she's manic bipolar. And there have been times where, like, when I say manic bipolar, like, I mean
I know,
it.
I dated one of them. I know what you're talking about now.
And there have been times where, like, I just can't take it, you know? So I remember, I think maybe one of my regrets would be occasionally, like, because you can see the light leave her eyes a little bit, and it would be so sad, but I would tell her, like, Mom, can you, like, not do that? Like, we're in a public place, you know? And for whatever reason, I am concerned about, like, the way you behave in public and respecting other people and kind of not making a scene. And anytime I'd take her out to eat, she's just like, she was in prison for a long time, so she kind of hovers over her plate and chews with her mouth open, and she's like, and then she'd be like loud, you know, like to the waitresses, like snapping her fingers and stuff. And I'm
not gay, you know what I'm saying?
I'm like, can we not do that, you know? And I'd see her like the realization in her eyes of like, I don't want to miss out on like going out to lunch with my daughter, and she would look so sad, like, okay, like, you know, those are things that I feel bad about, you know, where it's like in the moment you can't help it, but looking back, it's like,
she's just my mom.
I wish I extended a little bit more grace, you know.
To that point though, your parents are divorced, ain't it? You say you grew up in a foster care.
They never were married.
Okay, but because my parents get like, look. If your parents aren't divorced, I don't really trust you.
I was adopted when I was 12, and my adopted parents got divorced.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Because like people whose parents aren't divorced, they got this. They just think everything's gonna be okay, and that's not how life works. Okay, you're gonna like if you've never been dropped off in a Walmart parking lot on Christmas for a gift exchange, like a hostage negotiation, you ain't lived. I can't trust you. You're a fucking weirdo. You know what I'm saying?
There is something to that. The coolest people I've ever met have been through some shit.
They got trauma.
Shit. Yeah.
I remember I was, my mom and daddy took me to SeaWorld in San Antonio, and this is before, you know, iPhone GPS. You had to print the shit out on MapQuest. Remember that? Yeah. And so my mom's terrible at directions, and my dad's
remember
lost.
MapQuest so well.
and my mom's like, pull over, ask for directions. My daddy got too much pride. I'm not fucking pulling over.
Every man ever said every man.
That.
Yeah.
And so they're fighting so much. I had some Lifesaver hard candies. I ate 7 of them and tried to choke myself so that they would come together as a team and save my life and to try to save their marriage. And 3 months, 3 months later, they divorced. Aww. But I remember this as a kid. I was 7. I got up and all the lights in the house were on. I had a nightmare. I'm like looking for my parents, and I see the back porch light is on, and I look outside, and there's a tent pitched in the backyard.
Your dad?
My dad and my mom. And I go in that tent, and my mama and my daddy's beating the brakes off of her. I'm talking, y'all ever seen that scene from Titanic where that hand go up on that window and slide down from the heat?
Oh.
When it's on that tent fabric, it just sounds...
Was he really hitting her, or they were like...
No, they were fucking. They were making love.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
And
they were having
and
sex.
later, I tried to delete it out of my mind, but when my daddy got remarried the other day, I said, what were y'all doing in that tent? He's like, we were trying to spice things up. I said, so y'all camped in the backyard?
Yeah. You got to do what you got to do.
Retarded, but I love him. Hi, I'm Uncle Lazer. You might be thinking, hey, man, where'd you get them sick threads at? Why do you look so damn good with that lightning bolt in your T-shirt? We just teamed up with an apparel company out of Houston, okay? Some good old boys like myself. They make clothing for men who refuse to stay down. When you get kicked in the mouth, you get back up. They're called The Drive. The Drive clothing line down in Houston. Right now, you go to their website, you type in promo code Lazer, you're going to get 15% off your whole damn purchase. They got anything from polo golf tees to workout shorts and sweats and shirts. They make stuff with bold graphics. I just hit you in the damn mouth. Hell, they got one of them says right here. Look at that. If that ain't bold, I don't know what is. The Drive down there in Houston clothing line just teamed up with Uncle Lazer. Go ahead and get on your website. Get you something nice for you and the kiddies. Get you 15% off when you put in the promo code Lazer. Bam! Let's get it, boys. All right, and we're back. Sorry, I had to piss. I got the bladder for a small 7-year-old. Well, yeah, look, dude. Hey, I appreciate you coming. It's been great. We're gonna keep going, but I'm just saying, like, you're a lot more intuitive than I thought you were. Like, because the first time I met you, we were just like doing the skits and shit. And you're pretty okay. I mean, your face, you got a face for radio, not a big deal. And so
I got a face for radio.
Yeah, buddy. No, but no, it's good. But let's get into some fucking. When did you lose your virginity?
I lost my virginity when I was almost 21.
Oh, you're a late bloomer.
So I've always been a late bloomer. Like, I remember hearing stories from my friends in high school and stuff. Like, they'd go out and like fuck in their car on our lunch break when we were like seniors in high school and stuff. And I would be like, I just don't want to I remember my family members telling me when I was stressed the fuck out, Ray, you need to get laid. Like, please, for the love of God. Release. Yeah, they were like, you are stressing us the fuck out. I had like a 4.2 in high school. I was on the theater board. I was ASB social
smart.
chair.
You're very intellectually sound. I noticed that when you wrote because okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, it caught me off guard because usually a girl like you look like that, you're like, she's gonna be a retard. But I'm not judging by it, but you just assume. But no, when you're nice, it's refreshing. It's cool.
I get that often. I get that often. What was your question?
Actually, I got a better question. Fuck that. Because this is referencing back to him. Because this is like, I won't say taboo, but most people don't operate like this, okay? And I know so I just want you to explain to me. In a scene where like y'all shooting for an OnlyFans, like another girl's got to fuck him or blow him or do shit.
Yeah.
How does woman or man, however you do that, open, I wouldn't call it open, but you like a polyam. I don't even know what the fucking word is. But what I'm saying is to have another woman blow him or fuck him, because that's not what you would call run of the mill normal. Like, right? Like, so
letting your boyfriend fuck someone else.
How do you as a person, how do you handle that? How do you maneuver with that? If you don't mind. I'm curious on the inside just because that's not what you would call. A lot of people don't do that. A lot of people aren't capable of not having that jealousy factor to switch over. I'm curious to pick that part of your mentality on that.
Sure. Well, first and foremost, shout out to all of the girls that I filmed with. They all have been just amazing, where we actually were friends.
Hell yeah.
Second, I'm into women. Every woman we've shot with, I'm so into it. They're
attracted
so
to them, everything. Yeah.
They're so fucking hot. Like, I love a man, but like, who does not love a
sensual woman?
Like, they're beautiful, And then what Sean and I have built over the course of almost 3 years together, our foundation goes so deep in terms of things that we've been through, gotten through together, the things we talk about. Last night we were sitting in the bathtub, both together in the bathtub until 2 a.m., talking about our goals for the future, what aligns with us in terms of like, we're religious, like Christian people. And so we were kind of like having this conflicting things that we experience, but then the money's good and is it bad? And like really deep philosophical conversations with one another. And then we laugh together all the time. And like, I just believe that if he wanted to not be in the relationship, he would not be in it. And us filming with someone is not going to be like the deciding factor of that. Like if he didn't want to be with me, he wouldn't be.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
To kind of wrap it on Summit. What is your definition of love?
So when I heard this quote like a long time ago. It says, "Don't date the best man, date the man that makes you the best woman."
Fucking A. Clip it! That's it!
But really, like, I think one of the problems I had in my last relationship is it's difficult to have genuinely two people that like to shine be together.
Yeah.
And I like to shine. I love acting. I don't want to say I love attention, but if I have a really good idea, I love making people laugh and putting that out to the world.
A.
He's kind of more like back. He keeps me centered. That man has my
That's
fucking
yin and yang,
back.
baby. That's harmony. That's yin and yang.
Yeah, and I get to be like, we outweigh each other so well. Like his strengths are my weaknesses and vice versa. So like I can really lean on him when like my weakness is showing, and I hope he feels the same way.
100%.
Yeah, and counterbalance. And then I don't know if like I necessarily have like a way I can describe love. I think for him and I, from the moment I saw him, and we went to therapy about this, but the moment I saw him, I was like, this is my person. Like, it was so surreal for me. And the first night we spent together, we were up until 4 a.m, just cracking up laughing.
Yeah.
And we had to go through like some really challenging things as a couple and work through it.
Does, yeah.
Everything made us so strong. Like,
pressure make diamonds.
Yeah.
If it's worth molding, you won't break. You know what I'm talking
about? People always think like, I think as a species, and especially in this day and age, the grass is always greener. I imagine there's always going to be someone more beautiful, more intelligent, funnier, what have you.
Yeah, but fuck that grass.
It's greener where you water it.
Exactly.
It really is.
Wow, dude.
It really is. Like, we communicate with one another on a regular basis. We're very open. If he's like, the other day he told me something that was bothering him and it caught me off guard, and I had to remember to not be defensive and just take what he said to heart. And
oh shit, y'all been to therapy a little bit too. Y'all communicate well. Hell yeah.
But it's like, all right, how can I show up the best for my partner? Take what he says to heart, and we both do that.
Cause I'm be honest, cause like I'm very observant. So like, you see like a relationship like that, like with the OnlyFans thing, and he don't, I'm just looking at that. But it's just another testament to the people like in the industry and shit like that. Like some of the best people, some of the best like people I've met in this have been in that thing, and they get like a certain kind of rap, and people look at them a certain type of way. But I'm like, yo, those are the most solid motherfuckers I've met.
I grew up going to church, and I don't ever want to speak poorly on God's people, like at all.
Goddamn, they're judgmental.
Church is for the broken. It truly is. So, like,
Clip it!
I try to never judge, like, anybody that I meet at church because they're there to receive healing, and, like, I honor that. But the people that are very pretentious at church, that think they have it all figured out, I would, in a heartbeat, trust the porn stars that I've worked with my deepest, darkest secret over the people that I've met at church sometimes. One of the things that got me out of going to life group, actually, and the people from my life group might see this, you know who you are, but it really bothered me. It really did. We were driving, and we had an extra seat. I was driving, and it was after our life group, and we were going to go get ice cream, and it's pouring rain. There is this woman in a cast. She has a crutch. She's like 45, 50 years old, this like white blonde lady, has a crutch and is rolling a suitcase. And we have men in the car. I have 2 men in my vehicle and another woman, and then we have a spare seat. And I'm like, hey, why don't we ask this lady where she's going? Let's like, you know, because Jesus was all about like doing the action, you know, of like actually helping people. And my life group leader was like, no, I just don't think. And I was like, who are you guys in private? Because I'm proud of who I am in private. And you're not going to help someone?
Boy, we're having a good podcast. Holy shit. Look.
Right?
My granddaddy told me 2 things before he died. And he wasn't a perfect man, but he's a good man. But he told me.
Who's perfect?
He told me, when you walk into a room, you got to know that the room got better. Not in a cocky sense, but in a sense that you get to meet somebody and they get to meet you. For a moment in time, you can change somebody's outlook on their day, week, month, maybe even life. Doesn't matter. He said, it doesn't cost any amount of money just to be nice to somebody, to be kind, you know?
Yeah.
Leave everybody with a hug, handshake, or a smile. Be somebody that somebody won't be stuck on an elevator with. Some of the kindest people I've ever met are people that can relate back to what that is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when you've been through that shit, it's like, yo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Like, but that the church shit, like with your leaders, like, it's like, yo, this is what they're talking about in that book.
Yeah.
You know, but people like that, like that's saying homeschool people, people whose parents aren't divorced, they're weirdos. They're fucking weirdos. I mean, like, they don't have the same outlook. Like, yo, people are gonna take advantage of you. People are gonna fuck you over, and you have to learn how to callous from that. But you can't lose your sense of kinship towards your fellow person. Like, you should still, even though that person fucked you over, doesn't mean that one will. You know what I'm saying? Like, you still got to give benefit of the doubt. Yeah. And them Catholic people, them religious people, they're fucking judgy, bro.
I don't want to like...
What was in that weed? Sorry. Sorry.
I don't want to like umbrella term, because there's amazing people in like every walk of life, you know? But it really circles back, like, I'm Christian, but I also have like some type of element to spirituality to me. And I think that God created the universe, and I do believe in energy, and I do believe that in some sense or another, when we look at other people, we are looking into a mirror. I always think, regardless of where you come from, there's something I can learn from you and your journey. And I try to always be receptive of that. But yeah, I mean, being kind, like, if you want to make the world a better place, you don't need to start with these huge grand gestures. Like, there have been times where I'm like, I remember one time I was in the bathroom and there was this girl crying. And I was like, I'm so sorry, baby. What are you going through? And she just broke down, and I was like, can I please just hold your hands and pray over you and hug you really quick? Nice. And she was like, yeah, of course. And so I did, and I gave her a hug, and she was like, thank you so much. And it's just like little things that you can do. I love paying people compliments, strangers on the street.
See?
Yeah,
make
like,
somebody's day a little bit better.
Yeah, you know, like, I'm a very friendly person. As I've gotten older, I've learned that I can't be as naive. I try to be more careful around men, because a lot of times they mistake it for like me
Yo,
flirting.
let me fuck. Yeah, dude, I would hate to be a woman in this time period.
It's difficult, you know. I have to definitely like tread on thin ice, because I mean, they're not at fault. You know, you see this woman who's like, oh my God, I like love your shirt. You know, maybe a different woman would be trying to make a pass.
But that's a good point of it. Like, you can't be naive. Be nice.
Yeah.
But don't be naive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
He's helped me a lot with that. Yeah. Like, I'm a naive person.
When we first met, she was super nice.
Yeah, you come off a little bubbly.
I know.
You come off very bubbly.
Yeah.
But look, let's don't get all super gay. But we're getting spiritual.
Let's get back.
Let's
Yeah,
ask the ultimate question, the God-fearing question. Is squirt piss or what is it? What are we talking here?
I don't think it's piss. I don't think it's
What
piss.
do you mean? All right, when do you...
so.
Dude, give me this.
Piss, bro.
It's piss.
You think so?
It kind of smells like it. It kind of feels like it. I'm not a big fan of it. All right? Like... Dude,
one of my friends said that she squirts so much that after her and her fiance have sex, they have to change the sheets because it's just soaked.
Dude, a girl I used to hook up with a long time ago, she once said, you know the best way to make me come? And I was like, how, baby? She goes, leave after we're done.
Wow. So you're bad in bed and you just admitted that?
No. She just, listen, this is how I look at sex now. Everything is a key to a lock. Okay, because I know women who come through penetration. I know women that can only come through fucking clitoris like stimulation. All right, I know the ins and outs. Don't let this haircut fool you now. I'm him. Okay, but like you ain't gonna make. Some people fuck better than others. Like with just the way you are. Some people like more than just like. They need more. They need physical touch to kiss. Like there's like kinks, and you try to figure a person out. That's why, at least now, that's why I try to date somebody. Like figuring them out sexually is a part of dating them, right? Now if we just hooking up, we just getting our shit on. Yeah, it's cool if you come. If you don't, I'll call my own Uber. You know, but just like, but like she just like, yeah, the best way to maybe come is make sure you fucking leave after we're done.
Wow.
I just thought that was very. And look, another thing I got to talk about because I was watching this the other day.
Wait, I need to tell you a story. Can I?
Yes.
Okay. I went on, this reminds me of another date that I went on, and he was so sweet. Like, we had been talking for a long time, and he was like, what do you want to eat? And I was like, oh, just like pasta or something. And I got to his house, and he had flowers for me and had decked everything out. He got like every...
Y'all fucked yet?
No. He got like every dish.
God damn. Hell yeah.
He had like every dish from this restaurant so that I could like pick what I wanted. And I'm thinking, oh my God, this man is so sweet. He was successful. He was very attractive. We had great conversation. And he told me that his ex had cheated on him. And I was like, what a crazy bitch. That's wild. Cheat on you. I couldn't believe it until I fucked him. And then I was like, you are so bad in bed. Yeah. It was so bad. Have you ever seen like the extra mile? Have you ever seen like the joke of like men fucking like jackrabbits where they're just like, you know, like I was just
field
like,
mouse dick,
bro.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was so bad.
Machine needle. Oh yeah.
I don't know what you said that reminded me of that story, but I'm just like, man. Sometimes
but they overcompensate. That's what I'm saying. Like,
you could learn how to be better in bed. Damn.
Yeah, but I mean, you know.
You know, Sean and I, like, I communicate with him. I can come through penetration alone. I can come through, like, clitoral stimulation. My favorite thing lately that we've discovered, which is so fun, like, dating someone, but he's been going down on me a lot recently.
Whoa.
And that, like, changed. You know, it's kind of something we just started doing more recently. And I love it. And I'm like, wow, that's so fun. But it's so fun to, like, learn about your partner. Like, now... I know, like, the things that he likes. And, like, sometimes when we want to just have, like, a quick fuck where we both get off, it's like, all right, you get in the position that works for you. And right after, I'll get in the position that works for you. You know?
The old familiar feeling.
Yeah.
We love that.
It's like, all right, let's just knock this one out. You know?
Dude, so the girl that I just moved in with me, Gina,
Ooh.
love her. Yeah. You'll meet her. She's
Are y'all dating or it's
she's living with me. We're dating.
Wow.
Yeah. But, like... She's one of those, like, she's pretty on Instagram, but she's pretty in real life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
All right? But she, like, move in, like, and, like, we cool. Like, and I had to move her in. She moves in, and, like, you know, we
You're like, this pussy's so good, I need to hear all the time.
Like 3, 4 months. No, I'm down. Like, so, like, you don't really know somebody, and then, like, you move in.
Yeah.
And we move in, and, like.
It's a big step.
She goes, the other night, because, look, I just got done doing a bunch of cocaine. Okay, we was out partying all night, did a little cocaine. Like, I ain't gonna be able to get my pecker hard. I'm not even gonna sit up there and thrust, like trying to push a wheelbarrow with rope handles. I'm not gonna sit there and just sweat all night. I said, I already know. I'll get you in the morning. How about that? Mm-hmm. You know? And she gets in this. She's drunk and she goes, wow. She goes, you're not sexually attracted to me anymore. I go, what are you talking about? And I couldn't tell her I was on blow, but then I told her, but I couldn't at the time. And she's like, I move in, okay? You see me waking up without any of my makeup on, all right? I've been cleaning, doing dishes, fucking doing your clothes and shit. She goes, you think I'm your mom. You're not attracted to your mom. Oh. And so that's why you're not sexually attracted, because you think I'm your mom. Oh. And I said, listen here, bitch.
I did fuck my mom.
I said, my mom's a beautiful woman. How dare you say that? You know what I'm saying? But like, dude, when she said that, I busted out laughing. I was like, that's... Anyways, yeah.
I mean, there's nothing worse than...
But like saying like the going down on more. Like, dude, it's key to a lock. But is it piss or squirt? What are we talking about?
I don't think it's piss.
It's piss,
It's
bro.
piss.
This one
What is squirt?
This one chick picked me up from in the dog park in New York one time, and she took me.
He
back to
has
her
crazy
apartment,
stories too, dude.
Yeah.
and it's piss. It was terrible, bro. I was broke at the time, so I went. She was like buying me food and shit. But she squirted. It was terrible. There was squirt everywhere.
And
it was
bro,
the most. It was the most. It was so much liquid that it cannot not.
And they want you to sit there and lay in it. Like we're going to go to bed in Lake Erie? Not a chance, motherfucker.
You're just a pussy, both of you.
I'm not into it either.
I'm not a squirter.
Like, if you're going to I know when girls come, you can feel it. You know, and even if you can't feel it, you ask them, hey, did you come? They'll tell you. Usually they tell you.
Yeah.
But like, dude, when that piss thing happens, it's like, okay.
It's shocking.
I can get that. But if you can squirt it across the king size California, like, what are we doing here? Like, that's too much. You don't need to do all that.
Dude, that just means you have great dick.
Geyser.
You were able to make her do that?
How dare you?
I don't disagree.
Don't do that.
I don't agree.
Don't do that. That's not a
great dick. I think it means like some girls just squirt a whole fucking lot.
My sister was dating this asshole for years. And I was like, Minnie, why are you staying with him? Like, seriously.
That's old Leroy.
She was like, he's the only guy that can make me squirt.
That's that Leroy. Mm-hmm. My mama had one of those.
Yeah. She was like, he's the only one.
Oh, let me ask, because you're what? You're 39?
25.
30? Okay, you got to stop telling people that. We can tell.
Y'all.
We can tell. You were a theater kid. Relax. But, look, so... I want to see if people might. You'll probably remember. I don't know if you will. You might have been too young because I'm a couple years.
You're 4 years older than me.
Yeah,
right?
but like I was like 8 when this happened.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
But so like every time I bring a woman over to my mama's house, right? Mm-hmm. She checks them, but like not in a rude way, but in like we're gonna find out who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like if you can't cook or do anything, she'll tell you go sit down. Then she hates you. If you know how to cook, she'll fuck. My mom's like from that old school shit, but. I bring Gino over there for like Thanksgiving, and they're drinking eggnog together, and they're getting all fucked up, and they're teaming up on me. It's fine, whatever. And I go get beer from the store, and when I leave, my mom says some fuck shit to Gina and checks her ass. Like being like, oh yeah, you know his last girlfriend, she was pretty without makeup on. Like shit like that. Like that. And then Gina was like, oh yeah, like just say it like that. My mom's a dick, dude. And then she goes, and then Gina was saying, like, yeah, well, we're very compatible. Like, it's just saying, like, we've been having a good time. And my mom goes, nah, baby girl, there ain't no we. Dude!
Damn!
Why you gotta say shit like that? Right? Right. But, and then, like, Gina coming there and she all said, I'm like, look, because like 2 weeks prior to that, Gina's mama messaged me on my fucking Uncle Lazer Facebook. Not my personal one, and I just happened to see it was her. And I said this thing because I do like that single mothers content and shit like that. I said some joke or whatever. She messaged me and she's like, my daughter's too good for you, you know, blah, blah, and like just chew it into and I've never met this woman, never talked to this woman. I just knew that was Gina's mom because of her name. Right. And I screenshot and I sent it to Gina and she's like, oh my God, it's just like, and she calls me, she's like freaking out crying. I'm like, hey. Aww. I was like, it's totally fine. Yeah. I didn't take nothing of it. I just want to know if it was a hacker, if it's for real. I was like, my mom does the same thing. We're fine. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Because then when we get there Thanksgiving and Gina's trying to freak out and have a panic attack, I'm like, hey, you remember what I didn't get all and ruin the night? I said, my mom's a retard, buddy. Yeah. You know? But I say that to say this. This is the point. So when I was helping my mom, when I was down there for Thanksgiving, I was helping my mom move shit out the attic, and I found these VHS tapes. All right, and yeah, like I don't know if your mom did it, but back in like the '90s, they would do these Tupperware parties, right, or lingerie parties. You know what I'm saying? They like sell Tupperware,
Mary Kay-esque,
yeah, just shit like that, like candles, dildos, sex toys, whatever. They do all that goofy shit. But the woman that lived across the street from me and my mama, she was a cake maker. She built cakes, right? So in '95 or '6, you remember Lorena Bobbitt?
No.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't think you would. So Lorena Bobbitt caught her husband cheating on her, right? And didn't say anything. And one night when he's sleeping, she snuck in there and she cut his dick off.
Oh,
and she threw it out the window.
Wow.
Now, that night when the paramedics got him, they did get his dick out front.
Were they able to reattach
They
it?
reattached it. He's done porn since. It's very weird.
Shut the front door.
I'm not even
What?
I'm not even lying. He's done that. But that happened like 3 years prior. So that was the first video of like they had my mom and them moving to the house and shit, and they settled, and like she has a party on the anniversary of when Lorraine and Bobbitt cut off
her husband's dick,
right?
Uh-huh.
And the lady that made the cake now, she brings over a cake because it's all on film. Like I watched some of them back when I was watching, like me when I'm little and shit, and I see this, and my mom's watching with me, and they have a cake of Lorraine and Bob's husband with his dick. It's made out of a fucking 12-inch toilet paper roll. It's cast cake, icing the whole 9 yards into a dick. And my aunt is over there like, fuck you, motherfucker, and she saws it off. And they did that for 20 fucking years.
Really?
Bro. Celebrating somebody's wiener getting cut off. And so, like, I know when I bring these soft-ass women to my mama's house, she's like, nah, fuck them.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they grew up different, dude.
Yeah.
They're celebrating, like, a laceration or whatever the fuck that's called.
Sean's mom is she's like from the South, and she's a firecracker, and I love her. She's a firecracker.
They're fucking different, bro.
Yeah.
So, we're still saying squirt is piss, right? Just so I know. Okay, I just wanted to make sure we got lost in France here for a sec. I just wanted to make sure we're still on same page with that, dude. Okay.
Can a man come without ejaculating?
I've had some like weird.
I mean, like before you can come when you're like 9.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I fucked my pillow until like nothing, like a little surrender flag came out. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're welcome for that.
Thank you.
That?
I loved the visual I just got. I picture your dick at 9 being like this big.
Yeah. Well, I'm 9. You know.
Grower, shower, neither.
I will tell you this though, because jerking off's a weird age. I don't know when you started. I don't know when ladies.
I started masturbating very young.
Did
I remember so I would masturbate with the bathtub, like just put my legs up and like let the bath fall. And I remember my parents always being like, "You're taking such long baths," because it would take me a long time.
Overflowing outside. Yeah.
I would have to drain it out.
Yeah, I would too. Yeah.
And
okay, we're the same person.
Yeah. And my parents would be like, dude, one of the most embarrassing fucking things, bro. So in one of the houses we lived at, there was a detachable shower head. Amen and praise the Lord for detachable shower heads. But I would take it off and like use it. And for whatever fucking reason, when I got out of the shower, I took like a long shower, and my aunt's, what is it?
It's got a spring in it. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. My aunt's family friend was like a roommate of ours at the time. But I get out of the shower and I had just, fucked myself with the shower head. And I'm really fair skinned. I have like a spray tan right now. Like I'm even paler than this. Yeah, I'm so white. I'm like albino white.
Right
I'm really white. I'm really white. Like I don't like to go to the beach without a spray tan because people lose their eyesight. But I had red all in between my thighs from the hot water being there, for so long. And my aunt's friend saw and was like, "Oh my God, your thighs are so red." And I was like, "Yeah, I don't know. It's just the hot water." And she was like, "That's not normal." So she calls my uncle, and my uncle comes to the bathroom, and I feel like he fucking knew. Like he had to have fucking known what I was doing,
Wait, did your uncle check on you?
Yeah, like
That's
he didn't check out.
Is that not strange? That's kind of, hey man, you still alive in there, dude? Like
he didn't
have your,
yeah, like he didn't like look.
Have a woman come do that, right? Or am I wrong?
She was the only woman that was home, and that bitch was such a fucking snitch.
No, you're 100% right.
Yeah,
there's some weird shit that goes on.
Dude, that bitch was such a snitch. Like I knew. Like now that I'm an adult, I know that she knew exactly what was going on, and she just wanted to like start some shit and make me feel uncomfortable,
Yeah.
Which is just so not cool.
When we got
I also came on horseback once. That was fun.
Every girl does that.
Right?
I've dated barrel racers.
Yeah, it's fun.
Pussy got like a slug.
It's just uncomfortable because I was like with...
Slug. I'm talking about like fucking grab you on the backhand type shit. Look like a good claw machine hand coming to get you.
I was with a group of people though in Malibu. like horseback riding, and so I had to like hide
How old
it.
were
Like
you?
everyone's like, "Oh my
Actually,
god!" I
don't
was like,
say that.
I was like
Don't
22.
say it.
No,
Oh, okay.
I was like old.
Okay, I thought you were like,
I was old
"Ooh,
enough.
that's
No, but we were like all riding, and like my friends next to
say
me.
biscuit."
Shut the fuck up and let me talk.
Sorry, dude. You're just telling the coolest stories ever. Keep going.
Anyways, are they boring?
No, you just no. They're great. Just fucking get to it.
All right. Anyways, what?
Good legs.
Oh, can you see something? I came like next to my best friend, like riding horseback. She's like talking to me, and I was just like, I'm coming.
Me too.
But she was chill as fuck. I told her after. I was like, I came on horseback, and she was like, oh my God.
No, it's a thing though.
Yeah.
I used to date barrel racers. They're the same way. But dude, I don't know how. Like when I don't know when you started jerking off. But how old were you when you started jerking off?
Probably like 8.
Yeah, boys do it a lot younger than girls, I believe.
That's
I think,
crazy.
I think.
Yeah.
But I remember we got HBO at the house, and they'd have like the Real Sex HBO or Taxi Cab Confessions
Oh, yeah,
or
Taxi
whatever.
Cab
like,
Confessions,
dude,
for sure.
And I'd be like just trying to jerk off to Taxi Cab
I
Confessions.
don't. What?
Yeah, dude, it's retarded. But puberty is a weird age. It's fucking
Yeah.
strange.
Yeah.
And like I'd be trying to beat off, and like it's back when my parents were still together, so I'd be like nervous that someone's gonna walk in, you know? So
Yeah.
like I have like the previous channel button selected to like fucking Nickelodeon.
Was Taxi Cab?
Previous channel button.
And so like it was like Hey Arnold. I I had it back on Nickelodeon.
Oh, I loved
So,
Hey Arnold.
I know the previous channel button for sure.
I loved Hey Arnold.
You know how many times I thought somebody was gonna walk in,
Dude.
and I'm fucking jerk, and I ejaculate to go deeper, football head. You know, I love you, football. I'm like, dude, it was like. Oh,
What's your
man.
favorite kind of porn to watch?
Fuck. Probably old dudes fucking young chicks.
Really?
Yeah, I don't
That's
know
the
why.
one.
I don't know why. It's very weird.
All right. So recently, I've been
Like
super
decrepit motherfuckers.
like 80.
Like, yeah, like wheelchair bound or fucking, or just.
Does it give you hope for your future? Is that
just
why?
like, that's how I want to go out. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't even know. It's just like, I don't know. I really don't even jerk off anymore. Yeah, you know what? Next question. What are we talking? Is it squirt or is it piss? What are we talking about?
Dude.
What about anal? Talk me through anal.
Oh my
Do you
god.
like it? I hate anal
So
personally.
I just had taking or giving. You hate taking or giving or both?
Did you taking? Is that
Like
me getting
dude, some
fucked
men
ass?
are into that shit.
Yeah, well,
He's not into that.
I'm not
He
either.
hates butt stuff.
yeah. Well, I mean,
I'm
I don't
always
mind
trying
like
to sneak a finger in
I don't
there.
mind a thumb or something like you're priming a lawnmower. I don't.
yeah.
I'm not mad at that.
Just
but-
revving
I
it
don't
up.
mind a little bit of tongue every now and then.
Yeah, tongue.
You know?
I
Yeah, I
rim
like a
him.
little tongue in it.
Yeah,
Courtney,
I'll
how
rim
you?
him.
All right. Yeah.
Plead the fifth. We
But-
just did our very first anal tape and it was really fun. And
Yeah.
dude, I must have made at least 50 grand off that tape.
Come on.
There's no way we didn't, dude. Like that
Yeah!
tape.
I love when people get.
I got so fucking drunk and oh my gosh. Like, wow. That was fun.
I always get shit on when I do them. I don't like them.
I am the same way, man. Anal's not
Oh.
my favorite thing. You know.
You know what? I think I did shit on him a little bit.
She did.
I mean, a
I did
little
shit
bit of
on
like
him a
like whatever. But
It
like,
wasn't planned. You
It
know?
wasn't
She was
planned.
just like,
it was
oh,
like,
we're
oh,
doing
yeah.
this
Yeah.
right
oh, y'all
now.
are firing from the hip.
Yeah.
She is
Yeah.
firing from the hip all the
Hey,
time.
man, why don't
and I
you
have
put
to,
it in
like,
my ass?
rein her in. I'm like, no,
Put it in
chill.
my ass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
you
like
got
literally.
drunk? Oh, no. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, come on, we're doing this. I was like,
I was like, take out the camera on the dick. Yeah.
Oh no, pre-prep plan. Oh man,
No.
That's
It was a
bold
great
move.
time. It was
No,
a great
no, it's
time.
for some people. I just
We've only done it the once. Yeah.
no, we've done it twice.
Okay, twice.
Yeah.
We've only done
She
it
was
the
very
once where it was
adventurous when we
fine.
first started dating. You know?
Oh, and I'm not anymore.
what does a bittress mean? What is it?
Adventurous.
Oh, adventure. I said a bittress. I was like,
Adventurous.
Yeah, no, we did anal like probably within the first week that we had met.
you got to test drive the car before you buy it. I understand
100%.
that.
Dude, we did. I mean, we still have a sex swing, but like when we first started dating, we went down to Hustlers and got like a sex swing, and that was really fun. I have like videos of me just like harnessing it, and I'm like cracking the fuck up, having such a great time.
Dude. Yeah.
Sex swing's great.
The sex swing is great.
It's
But-
like weightless
Yeah.
sex. Like you just
You're just
fuck
effortless.
standing up.
You're like fucking in the
Just
Matrix.
like
Yeah,
yeah,
it's fun.
great.
Dude, I met this like, she was Costa Rican and Indian, like
Oh, wow.
like convenience store Indian.
I don't know if I've ever met a
Convenience store Indian and Costa Rican. Like, so like,
Interesting combo.
I'd never seen it before myself, okay? But she was like, whatever, it was cool.
Was
but
she
like,
stunning?
She was pretty. She was beautiful. But like, it was just like a weird dynamic. You could see both, but you didn't know if you could like steal or you checked out from the place. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, do I own it or am I? You know, you don't really know, right? So like, but like, dude, remember we were having sex and she was like, yeah, I do. I love anal. And like, some girls do.
Yeah, some girls do.
Some girls you can just blow in it and it sounds like a bottle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you're blowing it real hard.
They don't even have to push when they want to poop
But bro,
anymore.
I've got her pried up. I'm talking, you know, I've got her like a gymnasium gym. We're fucking tied up like a pretzel here. And we're just like, bow, 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 bow. And I slip out and I go in her asshole. And like usually, you know, like it's like, I'm talking, it was like, I didn't even know I was in another gear. I didn't even know I had fondled that far south of the Mason-Dixon line, dude, where the wild things roam. Had no idea. Felt just the same.
Crazy.
And dude, this is off whim. We fucking first met, you know, like, so like, and it's like, there's no shit.
She fucked a lot of black guys before you.
Had to have.
Anally.
Had, or something, or training it. Like my pet dragon type shit.
Dude, have you seen those dildos? They look like a fucking... What did he say? I missed it.
Yeah, dude. I'm throwing singers out here, motherfucker. Yeah. Sorry, dude.
Damn it, I missed
Nice
it.
boots, though, dude. Would you take over the
Thank
fucking
you.
Wicked Witch of the East, dude? What are we doing here? Hell yeah. Ray, what'd you come
I
here
had
with,
to
dude?
slaughter her. It was pretty cutthroat.
I fucking get it, dude. Or just fucking show up at the beach with no tan. What are we talking about? No, I'm kidding. You got great skin. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Thank you.
You look amazing.
I just like to throw on a spray tan, especially, dude, OnlyFans is a different beast where you're... I'm not comparing myself to the girls that are, like, in a restaurant with me. I'm comparing myself to the best version that girls decide to post of themselves online. And it's a mental fuck sometimes.
Yeah.
You know?
But I think, and I can't attest to it on the OnlyFans level like that, but in comedy, authenticity, I feel like we're all funny, right, as comics, but it's what makes people, when they leave a showcase, they see you and they're like, oh, I'm going to go follow the guy. It's relatability, right?
Right.
It's like, oh, I went to high school with someone just like you. I'm like, yeah, but I got better hair and I talk better. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's the relatability of like, I can put you in a place somewhere. So it's the same thing I would think to maybe some extent on the creators aspect of OnlyFans. It's like, dude, you just yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got your own style of which you do it. I think that's people what buy. Like,
there's an aspect to that, but there's also an aspect of it's an extremely competitive industry.
Sure.
And who are men going to want to spend?
But you probably have a cult following too, right?
I do have a cult following of people who have been there like day one, you know, and I'm super appreciative of those people. But then you just have like the random people that find me online, and it's like, it is our business right now, so it's being hot enough to where those people see it and they're like, I fucking hope this bitch has an OnlyFans. And you need to be fucking pretty.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying with the skits though. When you put the skits out there, you become viable in the persona.
Yeah.
In like the public eye,
yeah.
through like the means of not that, and then they find out you have that.
Yeah.
It has like a mental kind of retarded twist thing.
Yeah.
Where they gotta go see a man about a horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And comedy is so fun too. Like when you write something, it sucks when you write something and it doesn't go viral. Like nobody else thought it was funny. But a lot of times, like most of everything I post, I think is really fucking funny. You know, like, it makes me laugh.
The same thing with me, but some of the shit that I think was like not like, it was like, all right, that's okay, but I'm gonna put it out because I need to put it out.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that. That are some of my best ones. It's crazy.
I
like
know,
that, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
When you're not trying, it's like that with acting too. Like the auditions that you do that you don't think you're like, oh, I'm not even gonna get booked. That's the one you get booked for because you weren't trying. You know.
No, I get it. Where can we usually do this? You don't have to do this, but this is what we usually do for the sign out with like girls who do the OnlyFans. I know you just bought them. Do you want to show them to the screen and we block it out on YouTube, or how do you want to do that? I don't care either way.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Well, then show them titties, girl. What are we fucking talking about? Ladies and gentlemen, it's from Rae Rockhold. She's been the greatest goddamn. And boom.
They're gorgeous.
Oh shit. Yeah, you got little baby toes on the nipples. That's awesome. Incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another beautiful episode of my Drunk Uncles podcast. I want to thank Rae Rockhold. Ray, where can everybody find you? You want to plug? You want to do anything?
Follow me everywhere, Rae Rockhold, but specifically my OnlyFans. I post the best fucking content, and I promise you that.
And you can't find anything leaked. How do I know? Because I already tried. Okay. I'm Uncle Lazer. Thanks for tuning in another episode of the podcast. We're coming out every week. Make sure to get your cat spaded and neutered. Shout out Bob Barker.